What's up, CakeDrain Nation? Welcome to the first episode of The Brain of CakeDrain. I'm your host, Drake, aka Drake the True Snake, and on this show, I'll be going over some creative ways of doing things, going into how our creative process is here at CakeDrain, my own personal creative process, and also how you can be creative with ways on a budget, which is kind of what we're talking about today. Later on, I'm going to be talking about maybe doing some makeup tutorials, maybe doing some how-tos on mask making, things like that. Really simple stuff to keep you guys' creativity flowing, things like that. And also just tips and tricks on how to make the scariest things possible with your budget keeping in check, pretty much. So this week, since we're in the Halloween season and everybody's getting ready to look for costumes and stuff like that, I want to talk to you guys on how to make a costume on a budget. Basically, how you be in the Halloween spirit and not have to worry about spending $100-something bucks at a Halloween store buying a costume, a mask, a weapon, etc. And how you can personalize things your own way. The first tip I have is to buy a cheap mask and customize it if you're able to. Say go to Walmart for a really cheap mask and using some paint, which is very cheap, to kind of make it your own. One example I have here, this is one here. It was a chrome mask from Walmart for about $5 or $6. It's usually known as a ghostly grin mask or a ghastly face mask, whatever. They sell them at most Halloween stores. I cut out some cardboard to cover the eye holes there to keep that black eye. If you want white eyes, that's fine, don't use it. And then sprayed it down with some white primer. It was about $5 for that. And then I used very simple red paint, just simple craft paint from the store, to paint around the mouth. And then a Sharpie, I drew lines on the teeth, if you can see those. And that is basically how we got our mask. And with most franchises nowadays, you can do a very simple mask with a hoodie and jeans or something like that, and you can be a purger or you can be some other sort of killer. And that's kind of how you can make your own character that way. It's one of my favorite ways to do things anyway. It's really fun, and also that's kind of how we made a lot of our characters, is we customized our stuff and made it work. So another way to do that with masks is use an old piece of clothing like a shirt and use that to make your own mask as well. I have one here. This is from an old mesh long sleeve shirt. It was almost like a work shirt. I don't know if you can find those, they're really useful, or any sort of old fabric. Cut out the sleeve make sure it's a shirt you don't wear, nobody else wears, and use a Sharpie, and you can draw on your own face there, make your own characters, cut out the eyes. Because I had an orange shirt, I decided to do a pseudo jack-o'-lantern mask, because I had a few characters I was thinking of for it. Haven't quite used it yet, but I think it's a fun idea if you guys are looking for stuff on a budget. And you can also use the clothes you have in your own closet. Most people have a hoodie, they have jeans, they have, if you have a lot of old work clothes you don't use those together. If you find an old tattered shirt, use it as a zombie. If you have maybe a sleeveless shirt and you've got a cheap mask, be a psycho hillbilly. There's all kinds of ideas that you can go with that you don't have to spend an arm and a leg to use. It's pretty easy. So I hope those tips have helped you to kind of make the creative juices flow, get you ready for the Halloween season. I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited too for the return of the CakeDrain channel here on YouTube. I'm very excited. You can also check out my other channel, Drake the True Snake, where I host my show, The Weekly Slither. If you guys haven't checked that out already, talk about all kind of nerdy stuff there. And also check out our SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/CakeDrain Productions, where we post podcasts a lot over there, all kind of different things. And there's a lot of stuff coming up really soon I'm very excited about. Of course, with this show and maybe some special guests down the road, who knows? Be ready for that, and all kind of fun CakeDrain stuff coming your way. I'm so excited, I can't even talk straight. So I will talk to you guys next time. Peace out, and remember, Bruce!